What up, YouTube? This is your boy Silencerr, and we are here today because Treyarch has just dropped bombs on us. They've listened to the community, they have taken feedback, and they've disseminated what they have done to us and given us for the next game of Black Ops 7. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, there have been a lot of things happening in the gaming community, and all I have to say is that I'm just happy that they're listening now, and I'm excited for Black Ops to come out. But let's dive into the Dev Talk and see what they did, see what they changed. I got you. Make sure you like and subscribe. I got you with everything that you need to know. I know there's other guys in the community, but you're here and you're listening to me right now. I'm just a humble Call of Duty player. Let's dive right into it. So the dexterity, the conversation around dexterity and needing it to slide and aim at the same time or jump and aim at the same time, it was crazy. When we played the beta, you had to have dexterity on. So basically in this Dev Talk, they've mentioned it and they've heard the community, they heard you. And now dexterity is going to be default on us day one of Black Ops 7. Now, that doesn't mean that dexterity is going away. That just means that dexterity is going to add on to more of what you can already do in the game, which is how it should be for Black Ops. It should be for the FPS genre that you can slide and ADS at the same time. So basically what they did was they put it back in, and now dexterity just adds on to it. It makes it faster and makes you be able to aim down sight faster as you're doing a lot of these other things. So to me, that's a massive W. Good job, Treyarch. Another thing that they changed was footstep volume. Now they've already touched on this and they've basically done what everybody asked. They've slightly highered it, but the thing that I like that they explained was that they didn't want to have people be so reliant on the ninja perk because of how footstep volume could be massively turned up. So you can play stealth if you want to play stealth without the ninja perk, but if you really want to be stealthy, use the ninja perk. But you can run around and you'll basically be able to hear people now, or at least you'll be able to hear them slightly more than what we could in the beta, because honestly, couldn't hear shit in the beta. You couldn't hear nobody walking anywhere. If they spawned behind you, game over. It was done. You were cooked. So W Treyarch for that. So another thing they talked about was the slide speed. Basically, they turned it down a little bit. They made it so you can't go as far, you can't go as fast. The reason why they did this was so that people weren't super reliant on using slide canceling to enter an engagement, or you limited the ability or the need to have to do it. So, I mean, in my thought process, slide canceling is useless. It doesn't really, like, it does things for close range fights when you're actually getting into the fight, but people do spam it a lot. People do just run around and just slide all the time for no reason. And there's really no need for it. I think it's just at this point, we're just so used to doing it that it just becomes second nature. But you don't have to rely on it so much as for fighting. So now basically all they did was slow it down a little bit so you can, think more about your fights and not have to use slide canceling. Like, you don't really need it to fight anybody. So it's a change. It's a thing, but I think it's still a W. Mantling was pretty terrible in this game. I remember watching a video. I can't remember who put the video out, but basically said you had to basically stare up into the sky in order to mantle it, faster than you would mantle it regular, because it still was the grab animation and you had to basically pull your way up. So basically reworking and making the mantle speed faster. W from Treyarch, putting that in the game day one. They're doing an unbelievable job of listening to the community, and massive W. Now, this is where I have to let the video play, because this actually, for me, listening to this is super W. For all the people that play Battlefield and things like that, the games that have roles, this is great, because now the perks have been set up to where basically you can play a style. Like, this is an actual style, a perk package that is a style for the game that you can use on your play style. You want to play stealthy, you want to not be heard, you want to do this, that, and the third, bro, you can do it now. You can do it. I'm gonna let him, explain it to you.
About our perks and our perk distribution. Got a lot of feedback. We made some changes ahead of beta coming out of our blog. A lot of you had a lot of feedback on that, which we appreciate. But the big changes that we're going to focus on here for launch are: one, we want to make sure that we are incentivizing and allowing for varied play styles. Two, we saw a lot of feedback on how stacked slot one was. So we've made some adjustments there that I think you're going to be happy with. And then three, there were some kind of niche underutilized perks. So we've actually made some combinations of perks to make those chunky decisions and choices.
Now, I won't go into it. I'll let other people, explain it. People are better than me at explaining it. I might even get one of my guys to come on and maybe explain it a little bit further. But basically, if you go into it, or if you watch somebody else's video about it, a lot of these perk packages in these slots now are linked. Like, if you pair all three together, it's going to make for a massively OP build for a play style. So now if you want to play that play style, now you can connect all these perks instead of, oh, well, this perk is in this slot, or these two perks in this slot, and they would work together, but they're in the same slot, but you can't. So you can't use both of them. Now, play styles will definitely come into play, and I think that's a massive W as well. They're doing the damn thing right now. Like, I don't know what else they can do other than, just start taking random feedback from somebody that has zero idea what the fuck they're talking about. But massive W. So this is a big topic in the Call of Duty community. They're making massive changes to aim assist. Adjustments, changes, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna let him explain it to you, and then I'll pretty much step in and try to break it down a little bit better, maybe not.
Aim assist in Black Ops 7. So first off, we're looking very closely at the data. And the data says that controller players are winning slightly more in close range engagements, and then keyboard mouse players are winning slightly more in those long range engagements. So what we're gonna do here is to try to close that gap, take a very close look at the strength of aim assist across all of those ranges. And then additionally, we are looking at rotational aim assist and the requirement for your right aim stick to be moving in the direction of your target.
So basically what that means, and I'm gonna give you an example. This is the right stick, and this is your left stick. I have a control freak on my right stick for aiming. I don't have anything on my left stick. Usually when you activate rotational aim assist, this goes left to right. For anybody that didn't know how to activate rotational aim assist, now you know. You move this left to right. Basically, what homie said over here is that this is not going to work anymore. This is. You have to be in the direction, because there's no way that your players are on this side of you and you're shooting at them, because you're not looking at them. When you're aiming and moving this way, it's not going to work anymore. You have to be like this and aiming. And now you'd be able to activate whatever little rotational aim assist you have left to give. So basically what that means is, targets in front of you, you have to move that left stick towards them, not left to right, moving strafing left to right. Strafing left to right, just left to right isn't going to work anymore. Strafing up left to the right in the direction of your opponent is going to activate the little rotational aim assist that they're going to give you. So basically, in part, that's what they did to aim assist. That's what's going to change in aim assist. And Raven is already in talks with Treyarch to try to apply that to season 1 of Warzone when Warzone drops in December. So with all that being said, the devs have spoken. As far as I know, the release date for Black Ops 7 has not changed. They did drop another patch notes today. We could go into that another time. But for right now, I just wanted to touch down on the dev talk and the things that they pretty much mentioned about what the community wanted. And they basically spoke and gave the community almost everything they wanted. We'll have to see what goes on in the future, because we already know, and especially in my mind, the biggest issue will always be the anti-cheat. What changes will the anti-cheat have? We don't know. But for right now, the gameplay of Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is looking like a massive W for the community. Leave a like, leave a comment in the below. Tell me what you think about these changes. Do you think it's a W? Do you think it's an L? How do you feel? All right. Check you on the next one. I will be here now to give you the news and update you on everything. All right. I'll check you guys out later. Love the people that love you. Peace.